sometimes the joy of cooking is simply how you prepare the food.
Jordan Barco is here from My Verona in Cedar Falls to demonstrate hand-cut pasta.
Yes, hand-cut pasta. When we were in Italy, we just got back from Italy.
I'm jealous, officially. I just have to say that.
I'm sure the whole Cedar Valley is.
Yes.
We learned a couple things about pasta, and it's actually quite a simple process, but the technique's actually kind of hard to do. So what I have here is the basic recipe that you need to make pasta. We have 100 grams of 00 flour, which is a finer flour than all-purpose flour or baking flour, and 1 egg. And that's your basic recipe, and you can double that or triple that, quadruple. Can
you find this at the grocery store?
I'm not sure. You might be able to find it at specialty food stores, places like Roots Market, Whole Food stores, things like that.
Could you make it with regular flour?
You could, but it's probably not going to turn out as
not
easy.
Not as good.
Then, of course, what you do with your remaining flour is you make this little basket, and I don't know if the camera can get it very well, but there are 2 eggs inside of this little bit of flour, and you take a fork and you slowly start to whisk it up and form it together, and magically and mystically through the power of chef magic, you get a pasta ball. And then if you don't have a machine, you have to roll it out with a rolling pin. And with the rolling pin, it takes about 20 minutes, and then you have a fine, nice, thin piece of pasta. You cut it into squares, and then I can show you guys how to make cool little pieces of pasta.
Awesome.
Okay.
So the first one that we learned in Italy was the little surprise. And what you do is you basically put it together just like a triangle. You pinch the tips together, and then take the remaining edges like this. It's almost like origami.
Yeah.
And pinch those together, and it makes this cool little shell shape that is almost like a tortellini, almost like a shell, somewhere in between. And it has all these little fun textures that collect sauce, collect butter, things like that.
It's a little surprise.
It's a little
give you a surprise
Yes,
later.
exactly.
I like it.
Another shape we learned is the farfalla, which I can't do this lifted up, but you pinch and you pinch, and basically you have the little bow tie. Farfalla is bow tie in Italian. So that's that one right there.
Love the bow tie pasta.
And of course you can just cook up the squares by itself, but there's also the filled pastas where you take a little dab of, this is just herb goat cheese that we've made at the restaurant.
That looks so
you can make it yourself at home, or you can buy something like Boursin cheese, and that would be a good substitute. But to make tortellinis, you fill the pasta and you do the triangle just like I was showing you for the little surprise. But then the trick is to fold over your edges and tuck your finger in like this, pull it together, pinch it, and you have a nice little tortellini. It doesn't look great, but
that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. Isn't
Always
that fascinating?
wondered.
And you guys are doing this now every night, I guess. At My Verona,
yeah, we try to get fresh pasta incorporated into our specials. Once we run a new menu, we're going to be doing some fresh cut pastas. We've always done fresh pasta, but these little shapes we learned in Italy have started to become incorporated.
And this is to prove that this was a working trip.
This was a working trip. We had a lot of fun, but it was a working trip, and we learned a lot.
Well, evidence right there.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we'll be right back.